Well, we spent 2 months traveling South America, bouncing from hostel to Airbnb to hostel. One of the common questions we get asked by other travelers is, what was our favorite place? Okay, so the video title probably gave it away, but the answer actually surprised me. We hadn't originally planned on going to Argentina at all. And when we found out we were snowed out of Patagonia, we spent all of our time in Buenos Aires with a quick jaunt up to Iguazu Falls in the north. The city itself is beautiful on its own, with European-inspired architecture, a myriad of parks throughout the city, and these are some of the highlights. Cologne Theater. The locals like to tell everyone that will listen that it is the best opera house when it comes to nearly perfect acoustics. It is also incredibly beautiful. The Recoleta Cemetery. This place was massive and filled with twisting turns of beautiful mausoleum after beautiful mausoleum, and tons of mosquitoes. The Japanese garden was something I had to check out, and I was glad we did. It was very beautiful. We also took a jaunt up to the northern part of Argentina to Iguazu Falls. It's a series of waterfalls that make up the border between Argentina and Brazil, and together they are the largest network of waterfalls in the world. There were hikes you could take on both sides of the border, but we spent the day walking along the Argentine side. It was a beautiful and warm day. Now, I'm not going to make you watch a bunch of videos of us eating, but let me tell you, the food in Buenos Aires is incredible. As a steak person, it was probably my favorite in South America. If you go there, I definitely recommend you try La Carniceria in the Palermo district. Supposedly, the best steakhouse in the world is in Buenos Aires, but if you're like us and can't drop hundreds of dollars on a meal that you need to reserve months in advance, then I highly recommend you check out this place. Our local host told us about it, and for about 80 bucks, we were wined and dined in a way that we could never afford back home. It was the best steak I've ever had, and the Patagonian Pinot Noir was incredible. We went in May, which means it was cool in Buenos Aires. It was a great time to visit the city, but if you're wanting to visit Patagonia, the latest you want to visit is late March. After that, the snow really begins to accumulate, too much to hike, and access starts to get closed down. When it comes to getting around, there are buses, but we found the regional flights a cheap and easy way to get around the country. Just remember that they use a 24-hour clock. So when your flight says it leaves at 7:30, that's AM, not PM, or you might have to buy a very expensive last-minute ticket. Don't ask us how we know. Ciao.